Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your social studies teacher. Today we have revision sheets for grade 7. We have unit 2, chapter 4, section 3, the Middle and New Kingdoms. And then we have unit 2, chapter 4, section 4, Egyptian achievements. And then we have unit 3, chapter 6, section 4, the Han dynasty. Here we have our first lesson, that is unit 2, chapter 4, section 3, the Middle and New Kingdoms. As you know that each chapter has different type of questions. So question 1, we have filling the blanks with the suitable word. Number 1, ambitious nobles serving in government positions managed to take power from the pharaohs. So the answer is underlined and highlighted by red colors. Okay, so the answer is take power from the pharaohs. Number 2, a powerful pharaoh regained control of Egypt around 2050 BC and started ruling. So the answer is ruling. Okay, then point number 3, the Middle Kingdom lasted until Southwest Asian invaders conquered Lower Egypt around 1750 BC. So the answer is the Middle Kingdom. Point number 4, an Egyptian named Ahmose drove away the invaders and declared himself king of all Egypt. So Ahmose, he declared himself as a king of all Egypt. Point number 5, Ahmose ushered in Egypt's 18th dynasty and the start of the New Kingdom. Point number 6, during the New Kingdom, Egypt took control of the invasion routes and became an empire. Okay. Point number 7, conquests made Egypt rich through gifts and vastly expanded trade routes. So the answer is trade routes. Point number 8, Egyptian women had the legal rights to own property, make contracts, and divorce. Number 9, in addition to hard work on the land, farmers and peasants were the bottom of the social scale. Number 10, during the Middle and New Kingdom, Egypt's population continued to grow up to increase. Okay, here we have question 2, that is multiple choice. You have to read the question, read the statement, and then you have 4 options and you have to select one of them. So number 1, Egypt's empire extended from the Euphrates River in the northeast to dash in the south. So the answer is Nubia. Option A, Nubia, is the correct answer. Number 2, one of the Egypt's rulers, Queen Hatshepsut, the queen name is Hatshepsut, was active in establishing new paths for traders. So option C, Hatshepsut, the queen name was Hatshepsut. Number 3, despite the strong leadership of Dash the Great, a tide of invasions from Southwest Asia and from the West eventually reduced Egypt to violence and disorder. So you have 4 options. So the correct answer is B, Ramses the Great. Number 4. At the end of the Old Kingdom, the wealth and power of the pharaohs declined. Option D is the correct answer. Declined, decrease. Number 5. By about BC, the Old Kingdom had fallen. By about 2200 BC. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Then number 6. Around 2050 BC, a powerful pharaoh named defeated his rivals, and once again all of Egypt was united. So what was a powerful name pharaoh? Mentuhotep II. Mentuhotep II. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, point number 7. The was a period of order and stability that lasted until about 1750 BC. So which one? A, Old Kingdom. B, Middle Kingdom. C, New Kingdom. D, Modern Kingdom. So option B is the correct answer. That is Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom was a period of order and stability that lasted until about 1750 BC. Okay, then number 8. Toward the end of the Middle Kingdom, Egypt again experienced what? Option A, internal disorder. Internal disorder. Option A is the correct answer. 9. Point number 9. Ramses the Great, he fought the Hittites. Option D. Option D. Ramses the Great, he fought the Hittites. Point number 10. After the Middle Kingdom, Egypt created Egypt created what? Professional peasants, the high dam, or professional army, or professional artisans. So a professional army is a correct answer. Option C, a professional army is a correct answer. Okay. Here we have question 3, that is true or false. Statements are written, questions is written. We have to read, we have to understand, and we have to guess. That is true or false. Number 1. The Old Kingdom declined largely because of power struggles the empire. Yes, that one is true. Number 2. During the New Kingdom, Egypt reached the height of its power and glory. So that one is true. Number 3. During the Middle Kingdom, during the New Kingdom, Egypt grew rich thanks in the part to military conquest and trade. Yes, true. Because Egypt became rich cause of military conquest and cause of trade. Number 5. As Egyptian dynasties rose and fell, daily life for Egyptians changed dramatically. No, that one is false. Number 5. In Egypt, women had virtually no legal rights. No, that one is false. They had their legal rights. Number 6. The Old Kingdom ended with the pharaohs in debt. No, that one is false. Number 7. Only slaves were beneath farmers and peasants in social status. Yes, true. Number 8. Farmers and peasants made up the vast majority of the population. Yes, that one is true. They made a majority of the population. Point number 9. Other than farmers, no one in Egypt was more honored than scribes. No, that one is false. Because the farmers, they were not honored. Okay? Scribes, they were more honored than farmers. Point number 10. Professional and skilled workers like scribes, artisans, artists, and architects were honored. Yes, that one is true. Okay, here we have question 4. Question 4 is answer the following question. So questions are written and we have to answer them. Number 1. What did slaves in Egypt do? So the answer is they worked on farms, on building projects, and in households. Question 2. Who made up the majority of Egypt's population? So the answer is farmers and peasants. Question 3. What kinds of writing did scribes do? Scribes kept records and accounts for the state. They also wrote and copied religious and literary texts. Question number 4. Which group of invaders did Ramses the Great defeat? So that was the Thennu. The Thennu group of invaders, they defeated Ramses of the Great. Question number 5. How did Ahmose manage to become king of all Egypt? Ahmose of Thebes drew the Hyksos out of Egypt and he declared himself as a king of all Egypt. Okay? Here we have our second lesson, that is Unit 2, Chapter 4, Section 4, Egyptian Achievements. So question 1 we have filling the blanks. Number 1. Egyptians invented one of the world's first writing systems using a series of images, symbols, and pictures. So all this system is called what? Hieroglyphic. It's called what? Hieroglyphics. Okay, then point number 2. Point number 2. At first, hieroglyphics were carved in stone. Later, they were using papyrus. Okay? Number 3. Because papyrus did not decay, many ancient Egyptian texts still survive, including government records, historical records, science texts, medical manuals, and literary works such as the Book of the Dead. Okay? Cause of papyrus, because they use papyrus, that's why still we have their records. Number 4. The discovery of the French soldier, or the discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799 provided the key to reading Egyptian writing. Point number 5. The temples were lavishly designed with paintings and hieroglyphics or impressive paintings. Both are correct. Okay? Number 6. Ancient Egyptians were masterful artists and many of their greatest works are found in either the canvas, papyrus, pottery, plaster, and wood. For writing, they were using these things. Okay? Point number 7. Most Egyptians, however, never saw such great paintings because King Tutankhamun's treasures have taught us much about Egyptian burial practice and beliefs. So the king name was King Tutankhamun. Point number 8. The Egyptian paintings have a particular style, with people drawn as if they were skilled stone workers. Okay. Point number 9. The tomb of King Tutankhamun is one of the few Egyptian tombs that was filled with treasures. Okay. Here we have question 2. Choose the correct answer. Multiple choice. Question 1. The Rosetta Stone contained the same text inscribed in both. In which languages? So you have 4 options. You have to choose the correct one. So option D is the correct one. Hieroglyphics and Greek language. Number 2. Egyptian architects are known not only for the pyramids but also for their magnificent temples. Option C. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, point number 3. Point number 3. Much of what we know about Egyptian art and burial practices comes from the tomb of king. Which king? So here 4 king names are written. You have to choose one of them. Tutankhamun. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Point number 4. The tomb of King Tutankhamun was discovered in 1922. 1922. Option C is the correct answer. Hieroglyphics were which of the following? So you have 4 options. Hieroglyphics was following a writing system. Okay. Option B. Point number 6. Scholars, they learned to read Egyptian writing thanks to which of the following discoveries? The Rosetta Stone. Option B is a correct answer. Okay. Point number 7. What did the Egyptians believe about temples? They were believing what about their temples? They were believing people could visit the temples and they have to worship there. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, number 8. Which of the following is true of Egyptian art? So option A is the correct one. Figures of people are very realistic. Point number 9. Which pharaoh's tomb was discovered untouched in 1922? That one is King Tutankhamun. Option A is a correct answer. Here we have question 3, that is true or false. Number 1. Sphinxes and obelisks were usually found near the entrance to the temple. Yes, that one is true. Papyrus is a long-lasting paper-like material made from stone. No, that one is false. Papyrus made by paper. In the Egyptian paintings, people were drawn in different sizes depending upon their statures in society. Yes, that one is true. Number 4. The Egyptians were skilled stone and metal workers, creating beautiful statues and jewelry. Yes, that one is true. They were skilled stone workers and metal workers, and they were making beautiful statues and jewelry as well. Number 5. Egyptian paintings depict a variety of subjects, from carving kings to illustrating religious rituals to showing scenes from daily life. Yes, that one is true. Here we have question 4, that is answer the following question. So question 1, what is Sphinx? Imaginary creatures with the bodies of lions and the heads of other animals or humans. That is Sphinx. Okay, creature. The people, they created body of lions and heads of other animals or humans. Question number 2. What were some advantages of using papyrus? These sheets were tough and durable, easy to roll into scroll. Scribes wrote on papyrus using brushes and ink. Question 3. Why were the tombs filled with art, jewelry and other treasures? The answer is, the Egyptian believed that the dead enjoyed these items in the afterlife. Question 4. Why Pharaoh Ramses built the huge temples? Because to worship the gods, display the pharaoh's power and wealth. Number 5. Why was finding the Rosetta Stone so important to scholars? Because it allowed scholars to read ancient Egyptian writing. So the Rosetta Stone was a key to read the ancient Egyptian writing. Okay, here we have our third and last lesson, that is unit 3, chapter 6, section 4, the Han dynasty. Here we have question 1, that is fill in the following blanks. Number 1. Han dynasty government was based on the idea of Confucius. Okay. Number 2. The Han dynasty, they created a new form of government. They changed the government. Number 3. Liu Bang, he wanted to free people from harsh government policies. Number 4. In 140 BC, Emperor Wudi, he took the throne. In 140 BC, Wudi, he became the king and he took the throne in 140. Okay, point number 5. Merchants occupied low class because they did not produce anything. Number 6. Nearly 60 million people lived in China during the Han dynasty. Number 7. Chinese parents valued boys more highly than girls. Number 8. According to Chinese proverb, raising daughters is like raising children for another family. Okay? Point number 9. A sundial used the position of shadow cast by the sun to tell the time of the day. Point number 10. A seismograph is a device that measures the strength of an earthquake. Okay, here we have question 2, that is true or false. Write true or false of the following sentences. So number 1, after several years of fighting an army led by Liu Bang, he won control. So is that true? Yes, that one is true. Point number 2, Qin was the first common person to become emperor. No, that one is false. Emperor Wudi wanted to create a stronger central government. Yes, that one is true. Point number 4, the emperor and his court lived in a small houses. No, that one is false. They were living in a big houses, in palaces, like palaces. Okay. Number 5, Fu poets combine prose and poetry. Yes, that one is true. Point number 6, she featured long lines of verses. Yes, that one is true. That time they had 2 types of writings. One was Fu and the second one was she. Number 7, Sima Qian, he wrote a complete history of all dynasties. Yes, that one is true. He was the person that we got a lot of information because of his history, because he mostly all the Chinese dynasty history he wrote. Point number 8, if a person passes an exam on Confucian teachings, he could get a good position in the government. Yes, that one is true. First pass the exam, then get the high position in the government. Okay, here we have question 3, select the best option. So you have 4 options, you have to choose one of them. Number 1, dash rule was different from the strict legalism of the Qin. So option D, Liu Bang rule was different from the strict legalism of the Qin. Point number 2, the Chinese dynasty lasted for dash years. The Chinese dynasty lasted for 400 years. Option A is a correct answer. Question 3, under Wudi, dash became China's official government philosophy. Confucianism. Option A. Point number 4, dash valued boys more than girls. Chinese parents valued boys more than girls. So option B is a correct answer. Point number 5, Chinese of Han period became experts at figure painting. Option A is a correct answer. Number 6, dash wrote a complete history of all dynasties. So Sima Qian. Option A is a correct answer. Option A is a correct answer. And we have finished our revision sheets. Hope all the points you got. See you inshallah soon.